a flight risk. I don't think they're ready for the shit.
Well, good morning. So we have quite a big day ahead of us because today it's BODYKIT time. So far what we've done, we've removed most of the fenders, bumpers and everything already, and the engine, as you can see. And last week the new BODYKIT arrived. Now the BODYKIT we're putting on is a TCP Magic, got to us by TRMNL Racing. Big shout out to Johnny to making it possible and that they shipped it that fast. So I would say let's take a look at the BODYKIT itself. So come with me. Alright, so we're doing a full BODYKIT. We have to cut the rear fenders. I've never done that. Neither has Jill or Patrick, but we'll manage, we'll figure it out, don't worry. But the front, luckily, it's just replacement fenders. So as you can see, these are huge. And the stock wheels that I have on there won't fit anymore. So we're gonna have to mount some new ones, and Rohanna already has something cooking for us. Then with the kit comes full fender kit. Then we have a huge front splitter. I hope the engine will still fit, but we'll manage. Plus we have a carbon fiber hood from Carbon Miata. And I think we'll manage. Most of the work we'll do today I've never done, but we'll manage. Oh, and there's also coming a wing with the kit that I had to order from Battle Arrow, but that didn't arrive yet because it's still held up at customs, but I'll do that next week, hopefully. Also, what we have for the RX-7 just freshly in is a beautiful set of BCZR coilovers. So since this is a Time Attack build, we have custom spring rates on there. We are doing 14K in the front and 12K in the back. Also what we have is the optional extenders also for the rear suspension. So yeah, I would say let's take the RX-7 further apart and then we'll start mounting the kit. Perfect. We'll have to take out the left front fender and then we should be all set that we can start taking off the whole kit.
Always walking to the money, never slid. Only telling all the truth, I never fit. All the same, all the same, all the same. Spend some money, do some shit for the fame. Got a body with me, I don't know my name.
So also in the meantime, we're taking off the rear bumper so we can fit on the rear fenders, because as you can see, to mount the rear fenders, they are wedged in between the rear bumper and the rear stock fenders. So we got to take everything off. Plus, the wing also has to be fitted on the rear chassis. So we're gonna cut. We also will have to cut into the rear bumper to fit it. So I think it will turn out good. Also for now, I've got away most of the rust. I put also some rust solvent on there. So hopefully the car will stick, but I think it looks way better than before. It was mostly surface rust. But yeah, car looks cleaner as I thought it would. I mean, there was one rust hole here, but that was about it. That was like the worst part of all. The rest is manageable. I think we'll have to do a little store run to get some paint so we can cover the worst parts of it. But I think that will be it. And then we can just keep on putting the kit on. So before we can put on the whole kit, we will have to cut the rear fender. So in the meantime, the rust dissolvent in the front can work itself in, and we can still prepare the rest of the bodywork. So what we'll have to do is, to cut your rear fenders, you will have to think of it, you have two parts of metal. So we will have to cut the outer part to the desired height we want, that will be right around here. And then we will have to bend the inner part out so we can make the wheel arch here go away, since the over fenders will be on the outside and that will just hit the wheel. And that way we can also lower the car a lot more and fit bigger wheels. So we've never done this before, but I think that will be quite okay. And I hope we don't cut into the gas tank. All right, so after a short little brownie break, we're gonna take off the rear wheels, also the other one, Then we'll take out the fender liner so we can find the place where we exactly can cut. It should work.
Years go sky in the rain, hit the brakes. I don't ever wanna see the face. I'm from Canada and not the States. Say I'm working way too hard, I need a break. Bitch, I'm like a boat, I'm like the way. Need to slow down, that's just what they say, shit.
Alright, so before we can mount the rear fenders, we'll have to make sure that they fit in with the whole of the car. And since the front is still adjustable and movable, we're going to put on the body kit, like the front fenders, the front bumper and everything, just to kind of fit it in so we can see exactly where the rear fenders will have to fit, and we can see how the body kit is going to look on the car, which I'm very excited about.
On our road now, Santa's making lists, bitch. Tease what they want, T, but they don't ever say shit. Back to the basics, you gotta keep your pace. Risk. I don't think they're ready for the shit. Take a flight to Cali for the bid. They don't ever wanna.
For now, we're going to cut the fenders. We've just measured it out where we will have to set our 0.0, so we can make as much room as possible for the new wheel. Yeah, let's hope this works. I think so. Okay, so for now we cut up most of the fender. I'm still trying to smash everything into place. I hope that should clear the wheel, because there's quite a huge piece back here that I don't want to cut structurally, but I think that should fit. We'll see. Now we gotta just make sure we can bend over the pieces that are still left over. I'm done. And then weld it up. That is the hardest part of the whole white body kit. After that's done, it's just fitting body panels. I'm not going to say that it will be quite easy, it will be not, but it will be easier than this. Alright, so far we had to cut into the fender liner since it was just bending out way too much that we could make it fit correctly. So what we're going to do now is just put a piece of metal right there, weld it up, weld it close, then we're going to seam seal it, and that should work out, I hope so. Sandra has already started on welding, as you can see back there. I'm not going to film it because I don't want to break my lens and my sensor. Alright, after we've done this, it will be time to start mocking up the whole body kit. I wanted to already start with the front, but without matching the front fenders to the side skirts and these with the rear fenders, it's not going to work out. So we're going to have to wait to weld everything up. And after we've done that, we can do the rest. And I think we can make it in time. I really hope so. We're gonna make it. Long nights. Okay. I found a lot of rust spots. We found one really bad one. We had to weld a piece of metal in there. Otherwise, the car is gonna rust completely. It had some dings everywhere. I knew that the car wasn't in perfect condition. That's also the reason why I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to take it apart, I'm going to cut the fenders. So yeah, but it was a little bit worse than I thought, but it's manageable. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this done. We've been at it for 12 hours nearly, 11 hours. And I'm ready to go home, but we have a long night ahead of us and the next day as well. Yeah, we'll see. Also here you can see there was a huge ding and a lot of rust as well that I had to take care of. But it's coming together. Rust spots in front have been mostly cleaned, and I've put this epoxy on there. Great stuff, love working with it, and holy shit, I need more of these. Monster, please sponsor me, I need white monsters. Good morning. It was a very long night yesterday. We finished at like 1:30 a.m. I was smart enough and awake enough to plug in my camera to load it. But I just left my batteries at home, so now I'm recording with my phone, but that should work. For today, we will still have to weld in the rear panels because we didn't get to that point yet. As you can see, we prepared everything, so the only thing we have to do right now is just weld the metal pieces we've prepared and bent already yesterday evening in here. After that, we will just have to prime it, put some undercoat sealant on there, and after we've done that, we can finally start putting on the body kit, which I'm really excited about. It was a really long night, nobody slept enough, but we all want to get the project done. So yeah.
6.5 hours later.
So as you can see, that's the result of day 2. We will be back tomorrow, put on the rest as good as possible. I hope the wing will arrive in time so we can put that on there because it really puts everything back together. But I can't keep staring at this. I've been taking photos, like I've put a part on. Oh, I have to take a picture. I'll put the next part on. It's just going on and on. And from the parts where I can show you where it's more like, where you can choose how you want to build the kit, it looks like this. So pre-mounted, you have one canard. As you can see, there's already screws mounted in there where you just can put it on. The second canard is optional. You have to build your own mounts for this. Also, as well as the side plates, which obviously I have to put on there. Also for the side skirts, it is optional if you want to put this extra side skirt on there, because there's a side skirt in here. Then you can put these in there, and optional to these you can put the last piece in there. I mean, it's just extra and extra and extra, and even back there's more carbon fiber. What I had to add to the fender itself were pretty much the wheel liners, but I would say everything fits perfectly together. I mean, not yet because it's not mounted properly, but like the whole kit itself, I just love it. And I'm glad that we were able to finally pull back the fenders as far as we wanted to. Get the gray fitment for that so we can fit the wheels. And I just can't wait for the finished look. And also, like with the 8 bill covers we have built in there from the cage, I just love the look, and I've just been staring at it for the last couple of minutes, and it just looks surreal. I mean, look at this. Look, I mean, that's my hand. It's huge. I mean, and all this air. Oh my god, I love it. So yeah, that will be day 2. See you tomorrow. All right, so day 4 of the project car today. I didn't film really day 3 because all I've spent doing in there was just sealing up my rear fenders. I can show you how I did that. So the main goal when sealing the fenders after cutting up before the wide body was making sure that all the plates we've welded, that they're completely sealed in, so there are no air spaces where any water or debris can get in. So I can make sure that this panel won't rust from the inside. Also, I had to put some rust primer, and I am still coating it now with undercoating. So this puppy should hold up, shouldn't rust, and it should withstand all the things I'm going to do with it. All right, so for today I have something really big planned. By meaning big, I mean big. Today we're mounting the wing. So this is a Battle Arrow chassis mounted Time Attack style wing. For that we will have to flex a little bit of the rear part of the chassis. After that we can bolt a chassis mount onto the car itself, and the rest should be fairly simple compared to the rest to put on. And I will also have to cut the rear bumper for the fitment of the wing, but we'll come to that when we're done with the rest. All right, so let's start. All right, so the mounting of the rear wing is quite simple. We have this bar that will fit right onto the car itself, to the factory bolts that are already placed inside of the car. The only thing that's in the way is this rear mounting point for the bumper and for, I would say, for the crash bar. I guess so. I've taken it off, I don't remember. But alright, so we have to cut this off because this won't fit on there at all if we're just gonna mount it that way. Because yeah, so let's take this off and let's mount the wing. Well, the wings mounted, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be for like a huge piece on a car, but I'm absolutely in love with it. I mean, it's humongous, it's huge, and it's exactly as wide as I am tall, pretty much. I think I'm 2 centimeters taller than it, but I mean, look at this. I'm in love with it. And it should be functional as well, since I'm not going to do the sit test yet, but I think I'll pretty much have to after I did it with the Z a couple of times. I have no idea if it will hold up, but we'll check. Okay, for this car, we need 100% functional aerodynamics. Now, from the body kit factory itself, this canard is mounted with 4 M4 screws, which will not hold up at like 250, 300 kilometers an hour. So we will have to reinforce the mounting brackets on that, and that one hasn't been mounted at all. Now, the plan is that I will put a little piece of metal on the back side of the bumper. Then I can put some bigger screws through the canards, so I can pretty much sandwich the canards in between 2 pieces of metal, so it will be as sturdy as possible. I will do this with multiple screws throughout the canards, top and bottom. What I will also have to do is put a little stabilizer bar for the front splitter, because there will be a ton of weight pushing down on it. And as you can see, the splitter goes just underneath the engine, so it is fully functional. That's why I have to make sure it will hold up to the speeds we will be driving. Also, coming up soon, what I'm looking at for the moment, the stock brake kit is alright for street driving and a little bit of track use, but since I want to go full-time attack and full race car with it, I will at least have to upgrade my front brakes. So I'm still figuring out what set I will put on there. Also, what you have to look at, if you also do the rear wheels, most big brake kits don't support an e-brake function. And since, well, when I'm at Ultra Race in Poland, I do want to drive the car on the street and I do want a functioning e-brake. So probably I'll just switch out the front brakes, which should be plenty for the type of driving I will do. And after we've done that, we will also have to switch out the suspension, as I've already shown you my BC Racing ZR suspension with my custom spring rates from 14K in the front and 12K in the back. So next up, I will do more body work. I will figure out how I will mount the canards, and as soon as I have done that, I will keep you posted. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the first part of the body kit series. I will do follow-up parts as I've described in the next video, but it will take a lot of time. I will do it piece by piece, and by that I can still give you something of the whole build, keep in the process, but I have to work on a car, and I think it's always kind of difficult of focusing on building and focusing on filming. I did day 3 without filming at all because it was just body work, making sure holes are filled, and it was more exhausting work and nothing like where you can see a lot of results. But I will love to keep you posted. Next video will maybe be the engine setup already, depending on when we get the parts. Otherwise, let's keep on with the body kit. Let's keep on with this project. I want to get this done in time. And yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye.